Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing an everyday natural makeup look. So I already have my skin prep on. Now I'm going to go into primer. I'm still kind of testing this one out. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer, face primer. So I'm just going to apply this to the face. And I've been starting to do this as well with what's ever left on my fingertips. I like to go a little bit on the lids as well with this. I've been recently loving to do the underpainting technique for a natural everyday look. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to first start with contouring. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. This is in the shade Fair. I'm just going to place this in the contouring areas. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the nose, and I like to kind of go right underneath the brow with this as well, just to give some contouring, or some contour in that area. And I'm also going to go on the forehead, and then also on the jawline. Next, let's go into blush. I'm going to take the Patrick Ta powder, or cream and powder duo, and I'm going to use the cream first, and I'm going to use the Sigma F40 brush. I like to put everything on first and then start blending everything. So now let's go into concealer. I'm going to take the Natasha Denona Hy-glam concealer. This shade is in Y1. I'm also going to use this concealer for any spot concealing as well. While I let that just dry down a little bit, I'm going to start blending in the contour. I like to bring it down the neck a little bit, just pretty much on the sides of the neck, and then with what's left, I sweep across the neck. Let's blend in the blush and the nose contour. I'm going to quickly blend the concealer. So what I like to do for blending in the concealer under the eye, I'm going to first just press on the inner part of the eye just to blend that, and then I do the outer part, and then what's ever left on the brush, this brush is from BK Beauty and Nikki Rose. This is the N16 brush. With what's left on the brush, I'm just going to pat right in the center of the under eye. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, pat the inner part of the under eye first, outer part, and then in the center as well. Okay, now it's time for blending or applying foundation. Now I'm going to use the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I'm going to use a super small amount of this foundation, maybe like half a squirt. So I'm going to apply this first to the brush and kind of work it into the bristles. And first I'm going to start applying the foundation where we did not underpaint. So that would be around in here, forehead, the top of the lip. And then with what's ever left on the brush, I'm going to now go right on top of all of the places where we underpainted. Now that that is done, I'm going to do my first round of setting spray. I should have done the first round before we applied the foundation, but let's pretend like we did. That's what I normally do. I would do all of the contour and blush and concealer, and then spray it, and then do the foundation, and then spray it again. Now, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Now let's start to set everything. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder in the shade 2 Neutral Light. I'm going to use the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty the N14 brush to set the face. I'm going to pick some of it. I'm going to pick the powder up, tap it off. Also work it into the palm of my hand, and then start pressing in the under eye area first. Oh, and also the T-zone. Now, I don't normally do this, but I've started to do it and I absolutely love the way that it looks. So I'm going to take my Rare Beauty Powder Puff. I'm going to pour some of the powder into the cap of the Makeup by Mario setting powder. And I'm actually going to do a mini bake. I'm just going to place powder right in this area here. And that's it. I'm not going to place it anywhere else. Just there. And we can start now. I don't know if I should put... I'm going to skip the powder contour. I am going to go into powder blush. This is the Ravie Beauty Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush in Daydream. I'm going to take the Ravie Beauty blush brush to apply the powder blush. Just tap it on top of where we applied the cream blush. Now I'm going to go into my brows. I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in this shade, where is it, 2.5. I'm going to take the spoolie side just to brush through the brows. Now let's move on to the eyes. So I'm going to take actually my new favorite, the only eyeshadow stick that I've ever had. This is the Rare Beauty All of the Above Weightless eyeshadow stick in Integrity. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on the lids. This is like the perfect everyday eyeshadow. Amazing. Okay, next we are going to set the eyeshadow stick that we just applied to the lids. I'm going to take the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Whisper. I feel like this shade matches the eyeshadow stick really well. Maybe a little bit more taupey. It matches it really well. We're going to go back to the under eyes really quick, or the sides of the nose really, I should say. I'm going to take a bigger, fluffier brush. This one was from Morphe. I think it was the Gold Brush collection. I don't know. And I'm going to just swipe off powder on the sides of the nose. Okay, so now that we set the eyeshadow stick, I'm going to go in and apply my bronzer, my powder bronzer, to the crease. So I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt bronzer in the shade Light and just apply this to the crease. Okay. When I was planning this look, I wasn't going to do any eyeliner, but this time I am, because I have something really cool to share in a second. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Creamy Coal Longwear Pencil in Very Brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by looking straight on into the mirror, and I'm going to apply the eyeliner, kind of not fully in the inner corner, kind of like stopping it right in the center. And then as I get further out to the outer corner, I am going to make it a little bit thicker. So now I'm going to create a tiny wing. Now, something that I recently got from Amazon that Nikki LaRose was talking about on YouTube is pointed Q-tips. One side is pointed, and then the other side is the normal Q-tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pointed side with some micellar water, and we are going to clean up the line a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette again. And we are going to take the shade Silhouette to set the eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to do the other eyeliner off camera and I'll be right back. Eyeliner is done. Now I'm going to do mascara. I have been loving the Tower 20 mascara. This shade is in brown. For this makeup look, I've been really liking to use a brown mascara. It's really nice and soft. I really like it. Okay, now the other eye. Okay, and then I'm also going to apply a little bit of mascara to the bottom lashes. Okay, now we can move on to the lips. Okay, so I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Up and Down Tan, and I'm going to overline the bottom lip only in the center, and then I'm going to apply a lip liner kind of where my natural lip line is on the outer corners. I'm going to do the same thing to the top lip. Then for lipstick, I'm going to take the Ravie Beauty Effortless Lips lipstick in the shade Tulip. For brow gel, I'm going to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And to finish off the look, I'm going to size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. So I was going to add a highlight, but I think I'm going to keep it matte. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video and see you in the next one. Bye!